the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, you're just enjoying the music. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Where the hell was? Oh, it's show number 389. I got disturbed by your head bopping over there. Show number 389 for Thursday, July 31st. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Product Studio. I had a guy from Verizon come to my door about an hour ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was trying to sell me internet.
Really?
And so we were talking about internet stuff and how we do the show from here, and he subscribed to my Twitch right there. So,
well, that's
so
pretty
shout
cool.
out to him if he's listening now. Tonight on the show, we will be speaking to Billy Sturgill and Chad Poorman. Chad Poorman coming off the feature win in the Dominator Superstocks a couple weeks ago. What are we, about 3 weeks ago? Last time he raced at Oakshade. Yeah. It's been a while because Mother Nature hasn't cooperated. So we'll be talking to both those gentlemen there.
I understand there's some pretty interesting background.
Yeah, they've gone asphalt,
a lot of racing
and
together,
dirt, and all kinds of different racing disciplines and series, and yeah, a lot of history there, all the way back to, I think Chad said like 1986 when they got started. So.
Darn kids.
That's true compared to you, I guess, right? Okay. Plus, a little bit later, we're going to be doing the drawing for the Sportsman Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race, which we're going to be doubling up the hot dog races this weekend because since we got rained out last weekend at Oakshade, this weekend we will have the late models from last weekend. A couple of the competitors, though, had to bow out. So Steve Kester's still in there as the number one seed, and now we have Drew Smith, apparently, that's going to be filling in as the challenger. So if there's any alternates that want to be there just in case there's issues with either of those two drivers, let myself or Ron know. And then in addition to that, we'll be doing the Sportsman Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race. And
now, do we have a backup for the two?
We don't have a backup. We only had 2 sign up for the Sportsman, so if you want to be an alternate, you can still get in on that. But we will be determining who the number one seed is, and the number one seed will get to choose inside or outside lane.
If you're a Sportsman racer and watching tonight, put it in the comments that, hey, I'm in as the backup for Sportsman.
There you go. Now I'll have to go through all the comments if I miss it.
I'll be watching.
All right, I appreciate it, Ron.
As long as you don't.
I'll try and keep it on there.
Keep it up, yeah.
So, and also a little bit later, we'll be giving away a DCR graphic shirt for how many tonight?
DCR graphics.
Yeah.
Whoa.
A T-shirt. And you can choose the size.
Ooh.
So that'll be coming up for how many. Also, we'll be determining our winner for how many last week, who's going to get that pair of Oakshade Raceway passes. I know you already know because it's sitting right there in front of you, but we'll share that, who the winner of how many was. It was a complicated how many last week.
It was.
Also, we're going to give away a Speedy sponsor sticker, hashtag coffee. Let me put this on the screen, though, because it's not like the drink. It's COFFEY because this week's Speedy Sponsor Driver of the Week is Jonathan Coffey, who runs in the Dirt Track Truck Series there.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to find out more of him, visit speedysponsors.com. You can check out driver profiles, driver sponsors, track information, series information. And if you are a driver or a track or a series and you aren't on there yet, get on there. Sign up. It's all free. It's a good way to help promote the racing community. So hashtag coffee, put that in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and at the end of the show, we'll draw for the Speedy Sponsor sticker winner this evening. Mention the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Races. So, again, the sponsors for that and what is up for grabs. Well, first, again, we should probably recap what a hot dog race is because I've been fielding a lot of questions on that. What's involved in this? What do I got to do?
I had to explain it in detail to Drew Smith, and then he says, "Oh yeah, I'm in."
So it's pretty simple. Basically, we're going to start 2 cars, and we're doing one of these for each of the 4 classes at
Standing
Oakshade.
start.
Standing start. Going to go and do a lap. You're going to come back to the flag stand. are right in that area. There's no specified stopping area, but as close as you can get that little notch in the wall, probably the most benefit will be to you because after that first lap, you're going to get out of your car, you're going to go through that little notch in the wall, and we'll have the picnic table set up right there behind the flag stand, I hope.
Yeah.
Pam, if you're listening, hopefully the picnic table's there. And that there will be a hot dog and a beverage waiting for you, probably a red pop or grape pop or one of the Fagos seem to be fun to mix with that.
Something colorful.
Yes. So there'll be a hot dog and a cup, and you got to drink the cup and drink the contents of the cup, eat the hot dog, go back out on the track, get in your car. There will be 2 officials, one for each driver, that will make sure you get strapped back in because you have to put all your safety equipment back on, whatever is required in the rules for your division. We were discussing whether or not Hans devices are required.
Producer Dave,
so.
If you do some checking, I don't believe that a Hans device is specified.
But recommended.
It's recommended.
Yeah.
But maybe they won't have to put their Hans device on.
At the very least, though, you will have to. We will make sure your belts are fastened and your helmet is strapped in there. Yeah. So before we turn you loose, once you get the thumbs up from the official, you do another lap, and that driver, the first driver to complete that second lap, is the hot dog race winner. Now, here's what you're going to win for the late models. Sponsors Hammer Down Racing Report and Black March Defense Labs putting up some cash for that one. You're going to get $150 cash going to the winner. You're also going to be getting a extra large 2-item pizza courtesy of G&J Pizza over there in Clyde. And that's for the winner for all of them. The pizza's going to be for all 4
Everybody.
races. Yeah. So you get that. But so the late models, yeah. That's what you're going to get.
$150 and a pizza.
There you go. Yeah. There's your Black March Defense Labs, the big sponsor of that. Also, those guys putting in $100 for the Sportsman event, which will also be run this Saturday night. So you get $100 there, cash, and you're going to get a $100 Ron Miller Race Cars gift certificate.
Right.
And, again, that extra large 2-item pizza from G&J Pizza. On top of that, well, before we get to the other stuff, Super Stocks, you're still up. That race is going to come up on the 16th, so 2 weeks from this Saturday. That'll be the Super Stock deal. Speedy Sponsors, the big sponsor behind that event, and they're still working on finalizing some of the prizes for that. But what we got so far, he's got quite a bit. Freeze frame photos, winner photo, $50 Wallace Racing Products gift certificate, Speedy Sponsor sticker, the pizza, the extra large 2-item pizza from J&G Pizza in Clyde, and possibly some more stuff going in on those.
Now, what do we have going on the 9th?
The 9th is vintage cars are going to be there.
Oh, okay.
So we're taking that. We're skipping that night.
Yep.
Then we're going to skip the following week. What is that? 23rd, I think it is, because I think that's going to be championship night.
Okay.
And then the final event will be on August 30th. That'll be for the compacts. And
well, wait, there's more.
Same. Yeah, we're not done. And the free. They'll get the same thing that the Super Stocks will get, the freeze frame photo, the $50 Wallace Racing Product gift certificate, Speedy Sponsor sticker, and the extra large 2-item pizza from J&G Pizza in Clyde. And that's all courtesy of Speedy Sponsors. And
that's for the Super Stocks, right?
That's for the compacts and the Super Stocks.
Okay.
They got the same thing. But the Super Stocks event is on the 16th of August, the compacts on the 30th. It's on the Oakshade website, in case you forget. It's also on HammerdownRacingReport.com. And although we have enough now of possible contestants for the Super Stocks and the compacts,
okay,
if you want a shot, because we're going to be spinning the wheel here to determine the 2 contestants the Thursday before each of those last 2 races. So there's still time if you're a Super Stock driver or a compact driver and want to get in and a chance to get this. Just fill out the form at HammerdownRacingReport.com. It's right there on the homepage. And then the coolest thing, this is the coolest thing. We'll have to. Should we take it out of the box here?
I don't know.
We'll let you take it out because it's here. Let's. I don't know. Do we want to do that? You do, because I took it out and it's pretty cool. He's working on it here.
goodness.
Yeah, you can take that out here. I got you on the big screen here.
Oh, we're on the big screen.
Yeah,
okay.
well, here, you can put it in front of your camera now. There you go.
This baby is big.
And it's got more around the sides there.
I'll see if I can turn it around.
It's heavy. I think it's like 6 or 7 pounds. That's all real metal. That is a real wrestling belt. That is courtesy of Big D's Barbecue and Charlie K's Barbecue. And that's going to the driver with the fastest overall time out of all 4 events. And you will get to keep that. It's going to be like the Stanley Cup. You will get to keep that until next year, until we do the hot dog race again. And then if you are the Chris Mize Memorial hot dog race champion, you'll get that for the following year. And you'll also have an option, I think, if you actually want to pay for one of those to keep after you have to turn it back in. You can
buy it.
Yeah, a duplicate of it. But this one is the official one that will be going from winner to winner. So that's very cool. Again, thanks to Big D's Barbecue and Charlie K. I think that's the coolest thing out of all the prizes.
It really is.
I kind of want that. So
now, on the fastest lap, that's the fastest.
The fastest of the entire event.
One lap,
so
or combined the 2 laps?
It's the whole thing, from the drop of the green flag to the checkered flag. So it starts at the beginning, eat the hot dog, get back in, do another lap. Then it stops after you.
Okay, so it's entirely possible that one of the slower cars could have the fastest lap.
I think the biggest thing is going to be the eating and getting in and out of the cars.
Yeah,
that's good. So I mean, just because you're up against the late models compacts, I mean, you're not out of it.
Not at all.
And you're also starting from a dead stop. Late models aren't really used to starting from a dead stop to try and get going super fast.
No, you can't just drop the clutch and go.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And if you can't, and if you try it, Ron Miller Race Cars is really good on rebuilding Burt transmissions and fixing those things.
So we spent enough time on the hot dog races, getting everybody up to speed. So hopefully everybody, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Ron and I after the show, and we'll get you taken care of there. Got to mention that it is the golden anniversary at Oakshade Raceway, 50 years of racing tradition and still going strong. Join the excitement every Saturday night as dirt car, UMP, late models, DCR, graphic sportsmen, Dominator, Superstocks, and Compacts compete. This Saturday, Oakshade will host again the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Races for the late models and sportsmen. For schedules, updates, and behind-the-scenes action, visit OakshadeRaceway.com. Follow along on social media. They're on everything there. Snapchat, TikTok. Actually, I don't think they're on Snapchat, but they're on TikTok, Facebook, the regular ones, mainstream, Instagram. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. And I've got a new copy for our sponsors this week, too. So I got to kind of relearn our sponsor copy here. Your wedding or special event should be magical. Magic Moment Entertainment makes sure it is. Ron Burt brings decades of DJ experience, smooth planning, and professional-grade entertainment to your big day. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report for $100 off your reception DJ service. And rest easy knowing there are no surprise charges ever. No fees for mileage, no extra cost for lighting, and full liability coverage is included. Whether you are in Ohio, Michigan, or Indiana, or Kentucky, all 4 of those states, Magic Moment is here to make your event unforgettable. Give them a call at 419-594-2261 or connect on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. Also got to mention Dominator Race Products, Ron Miller Race Cars, Dippin' Motorsports, DCR Graphics, and Freeze Frame Photos, sponsors of this week's show. Before we get to our guest this week, let's do a quick racing roundup of action that did and didn't happen this past weekend.
Racing Roundup.
So Sandusky Speedway, they were in action.
They did get it.
They got they had a lot of racing actually going back to last Thursday for the High Miler weekend there. On Thursday, Kenny Sharp won the Midwest Truck Tour feature. Chase Wiggins picking up the win in the Grand Nationals. Jesse Houghton in the Factory Stocks, and Jason Stanfield in the Warriors. That's all Thursday. Friday night, it was Mike Litke picking up the win in the Super Modifieds, Preston Walker in the Modifieds, and then Saturday, DJ Schulich picking up the Super Modified win, and Danny Shirey your Outlaw 350 Super Modified winner for the high mile. Was it the 48th high miler?
Yeah.
Possibly the last, unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah.
that's frightening. I don't even want to think about that.
Lima Land Motorsports Park, they got their show in Friday night. Troy Ketterine picking up the win in the UMP Modifieds. Aiden Hines crowned the season champion in the Modifieds there. It was season championship night. Tony Anderson won in the Thunder Stocks. I believe our guest last week, Todd Sherman, finishing in second, which...
assured him of the track championship.
He got the track championship there in the Thunder Stocks. And Raleigh Hayter picking up the win in the Dirt Track Truck Series feature. Attica Raceway Park, Butler Speedway, Oakshade Raceway, Flat Rock Speedway, Fremont Speedway, Wayne County Speedway. Canceled due to rain.
A lot of them.
A lot of rain. World of Outlaws, Real American Beer Late Model Series action, the Prairie Dirt Classic at Fairbury last Friday. Brian Shirley, Bobby Pierce, Brandon Shepard, and Hudson O'Neill won the features there on Friday night. And then the big winner in the wee hours of Sunday morning because of a rain delay before the feature. I didn't stay up for it. I tried. Brian Shirley, though, he picked up the win there, got to drive to, was it the Bank of Pontiac?
Right, to cash his check.
Cash his check. That was awesome, driving down the street there. And then Monday, the World of Outlaws in action at Wilmot Raceway. Ryan Gustin picking up the win there. World of Outlaws now Center G-Rink Sprint Car Series. CNG Rigging Summer Nationals at Williams Grove Speedway on Friday and Saturday were canceled due to rain. They did get some action in on Sunday at Weed Sport Speedway. Dave Gravel picking up the win there. Indy Next Series action. Grand Prix of Monterey at WeatherTech Raceway in Laguna Seca. Caio Colette was your winner on both Saturday and Sunday. They had two races there this weekend. And then NTT IndyCar Series action, Java House Grand Prix of Monterey at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Alex Pillow picking up the win there on Sunday. ARCA Menard Series action at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Brent Cruz picking up the win in the Laguna 150. NASCAR action, the Craftsman Truck Series also at Indianapolis Raceway Park for the T-Sports 200. Lane Riggs, your winner there Friday night. Xfinity Series on Saturday. Connor Zilich picking up the win in the Pennzoil 250. I think that's his third straight, isn't it?
I think, yeah.
He's on quite a run there. Brickyard 400, and that was actually, he was running third, wasn't he? Because I think Kyle Larson took out the other junior motorsports driver. I can't remember his name now. I forget who it was.
And I didn't watch, so I can't help
it.
You.
It was, yeah. But either way, junior motorsports picked up their 100th win of their existence, I do believe. So congratulations to them. Cup Series action then on Sunday. Brickyard 400, Bubba Wallace surviving a couple of overtimes to become the first black winner at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And no hammer down Army action this weekend, as most of the local tracks did get rained out. If you need parts, a fresh set of American racers, maybe a custom car, or help getting broken bolts out,
you're talking about Ron Miller Race Cars.
Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan has what you need, plus the know-how to back it up. From full builds to safety gear and fast service, Ron's got your back. Give Ron a call, 734-856-7223 after the show, and keep your ride race ready. Ron Miller Race Cars, fueling racers one lap at a time. And if you want your race car to turn heads, DCR Graphics has your back with killer wraps starting at just $425. Need promo gear? Get 8 custom diecasts for just $135, available for late models, sprints, modifieds, street stocks at least. They've also added crew gear, T-shirts, hoodies, flags, hats to their lineup, so your whole team looks sharp. Go to DCRgraphics.com or call 419-308-9523 to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style. And again, for how many tonight, we will be giving away one of those DCR Graphics T-shirts. And I believe you can actually get a Hammer Down Racing Report T-shirt at DCRgraphics.com.
I've heard rumors that you can.
Yeah, so imagine that. So let's bring in our guests who have been waiting patiently while we babbled away here for quite a while. We have both Chad Poorman and Billy Sturgill joining us. Hi guys, how's it going?
Wonderful, and you?
Pretty good. We appreciate you giving us some time here tonight. You guys have kind of been together as almost like a team, I guess.
Joined at the hip.
Joined at the hip in a lot of different racing endeavors. How did you guys originally get together?
Well, actually, probably school, because we went to school together, and then a friend of ours, Rich Rickard, he had a car he raced at Bryan, and we helped him and we got to know each other and been friends ever since then. And
what kind of car was it at Bryan?
Would have been back then, I think sportsman. Probably like a sportsman or late model type. It was a fab chassis. It wasn't a stock car or anything.
They were similar to the limited late models that were running at Oakshade down.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, and then and like over the years, I don't know, probably I raced Billy's cousin. He owned a couple of cars that I drove, and he always sponsored us. And we've just been friends for shit since we were kids. So it's just kind of went full circle, I guess you could say.
So your racing career has kind of covered about all of the tracks and surfaces in our part of the country.
Yeah, I started racing in Bryan when I was in '86. So I would have been 16. I raced there for two years. I was there, and then another friend of mine, Scott Moyer, I've known him since I was just a little kid. He raced up to Angola, and he's like, "Man, you need to come up here and race and get away from that dirt." So I did, and I had quite a bit of success on the asphalt. So that's just where I stayed, and like I told Scott earlier, we talked a little bit. I kind of got bored with it. I mean, it was the same thing week in, week out. I just got bored with it, and got to talking with Billy, and he liked, going over and racing on the dirt, and which I dabbled in it a little bit. I had a late model a few years back, and then that, we got this street stock, and then I guess the rest is kind of history.
That's the Cliff Note version of racing history.
Yeah.
There.
I run at Angola for, I don't know, since 89, I believe 88, 89. Got a couple of track championships there in the modifieds. Run ARCA trucks for a couple years. I got to race with Devin Moran quite a bit. The one year him and Bobby Earnhardt were teammates. So I got to know Devin for quite well. And
I didn't know he ran into the ARCA trucks.
Did. He ran a whole season of them. So I got to be friends with him and Donnie, and I still stay in contact with him. I'll shoot him text messages every now and then, and we'll chit chat back and forth. But yeah, his asphalt career was absolutely nothing like his dirt racing career. We'll just put it that way.
So Billy, what was your role in all this? How did you kind of get into to racing yourself?
Just, it was a kid thing, and it's devolved, and it's always, once it's in your blood, it's like a disease.
No, seriously?
It is. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're racing or working on them. It's something you do, and it's exciting. I feel it's exciting. And like him and I today, we still talk back and forth. If we're going to do something, he'll ask me what I think, and I'll be like, "Hey, you're driving it. I don't know what it's going to do," And we talk back and forth. We do a lot of things together with it. I mean, I try to be involved as much as I can. He's just a wheelman, and I do everything I can to help. I've got guys that work for me in my shop. They help a lot behind the scenes. People don't see. They do a lot for us. I mean, we've got a lot of really good sponsors that have helped us a lot too. But that all comes with, I mean, Chad's got a long background. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't realize his history.
No, and I was one of them. But did you ever do any driving, or have you always kind of been a crewman, behind the scenes kind of guy?
Crewman, they wouldn't put me behind.
Scott, I don't know if you've ever rode with him.
No.
But he better off doing what he's doing.
Okay. Now, Chad,
I'm not sure the world's ready for that.
Okay. Not yet, at least. At some
Not
point,
yet.
they might be.
I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but it's not. He's not ready for that.
Give him a little test run, maybe on a Sunday.
Right.
Now, Chad,
I think if we did that, I'd probably lose my ride because then he'd want to drive all the time. So,
You could always do a 2-car team.
yeah, sure.
there you go.
We got a buddy with a 2-seater modified.
Yeah, there you go.
So, Chad, we've kind of talked about everything you've driven: the super late model, modified, dirt late model, super stock, Arca Truck Series. Is there anything that you haven't raced that you would like to?
I have never ran a sprint car, and I think I would like to do that. I'm pretty sure my wife would not be very pleased with that choice, but
I think Rusty Schlink said that same thing.
I was going to say Danny Schlink said that was a hard no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that to keep the home happy and happy wife, happy life thing, I think that ship has sailed. So I just don't even think about it anymore. But I honestly, I don't know if I'd get in one now if I had the chance. But
so now you're in the super
Ryan
stock.
Rollman did.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
He did, and still and is doing rather well.
So now you're in the super stock. Actually, I found out whose car it was before, and I figured, he's got a driver with a lot of experience and a formerly fast car. No wonder that car is always up front whenever I see it at Oakshade there. How did that whole deal come together to get that super stock ride?
Well, we talked about it. Billy and I did, and kind of thought that deal wasn't going to go through. And then he called me one day and out of the blue, and he's like, "Hey, I bought that car." Well, I thought that was done and over with, and he showed up with it. So I don't know how that would. You'd have to ask him on that because I'm not sure how all that transpired. I know we went and looked at it, and like 2 months went by, and like I said, I thought that deal was done, and then he showed up with it. So I really don't know.
So you want to take that, Billy? How you came about to get that car and how you convinced Chad to wheel it for you?
Oh, it was a discussion. We originally were going to try to help mentor a kid and put another car together. And Chad was going to be like a driver development to teach maybe. And that didn't work out. I'm still sitting with a race car in the shop there. And we had put a lot into it. And Brad Eitner was very instrumental on building that car. And we've done a lot together. We bought the other car. It was Colin Schultz's car. I ain't going to lie to nobody. It had a lot of wins. It was very fast. And we took it out a few times last year, had a few issues, decided after we tore it all apart over winter, well, we started looking at things and found things we didn't see before. And we started racking our head, and we picked up the phone, called Todd Sherman, and a week later it was down there. And we cut it off from behind the main cage and put a straight rear end underneath of it and went back to traditional 3-bar and 3-link, and it's done very well.
I haven't seen the car in person yet. I've seen some videos and some pictures of it. It's a really sharp looking car.
Thank you. That's one thing when we took it down to Todd's, we rolled it in there and he just shook his head and he's like, "Man, I can't believe you put that much time into that to make it look that good." And I'm like, "Well, that's just me. I'm really anal when it comes to that kind of stuff."
Well, you nailed that one, Chad.
I mean, if you're going to put the time and effort into it, you might as well make it look good. That way, if it's not fast, at least it looked nice.
That's my thing. That's what I always say. At least it looks good. It may suck, but you were a big Earnhardt fan, right? I'm assuming you probably still are.
Yes.
And so why not a number 3 on it? Why is there a number 11 on that car?
That's the number I started with when I started racing, and I told Billy, I said, dude, you can put whatever number you want on it. I'm not superstitious. I'm not about that kind of stuff. I'm like, you pick it. It's your car. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And that's what he picked. So.
Okay. Well, it seems to be working for you.
Yeah.
So compared to all the wins that you've had in your career, I mean, how much does that last Superstock win with the last lap pass a few weeks back mean to you?
It ranks right up there with that when I got at Winchester. I've raced at Winchester a lot and got it some seconds, some top fives, this, that, never won. And I finally won one there. And that one ranks right up there. Cause I started having some doubt in myself, even, back when I run the modified. We won a few races, but not like we had been. And you kind of start doubting yourself a little bit. And then we got the car last year and had all the problems we had with it. And this year has been the first night out with it. I'm like, man, I come in from I think we won the heat race with it the first night. No, I didn't. It was the second night out. We won the heat. And I told him, I come in, I said, man, I think Ray Charles could have drove that thing. It just drove that good. and it's just every week, it seems like we just work on a little bit more here and there, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And we spend a lot of time. I mean, and Ron, same way. That
for sure.
Races are won in the garage. I am a firm believer in that, and that's what we do. I mean, we work on it. We did a lot of homework over the winter. I mean, I still, like 2 weeks ago, I took the shocks off and took them over and dynoed them and called Sherman, and I sent him the sheets. I'm like, I guess we're always looking to see what we, what we can get an advantage and make the car a little bit better. And I'm always thinking, I don't sleep a lot, it seems like, but it's just, I get ate up with it and I get something in my head and I have trouble figuring it out. And then I call Todd probably once a week, if not twice, with stuff. And
well, and that's a good guy to lean on.
It is, yes. Yeah. And I've known Todd for a long time. Raced against him a few times back when he run asphalt. And I raced for a guy out of Hamilton, Indiana. And actually Todd, when he first started out on his own, he built us 2 new modifieds that we ran, and were really good cars. That was one of them, is the one I won my championship with, or one of them. But yeah, he's just so helpful, and like I said, I know Billy and I are his girlfriend, my wife, both probably get irritated with us because we spend a lot of time in the garage. But that was one of the things that I first told him when we got this deal started. I'm like, I don't go to the racetrack to work on my car. I'm going to work on it at home. I mean, there's unforeseen things that, you may have to do that, but I don't like to go to the racetrack and have stuff break and fall off. And so we're a good team. It works out. We butt heads every now and then, but it's all good.
Let me ask you this real quick. There's a lot of talk about how some NASCAR drivers that have come from a dirt background, that the racing on the dirt has kind of made them better racers. Let me reverse that with you. Do you think your experience on the asphalt has helped you at all with your racing on dirt?
I think the first way you had it, the dirt racing helps the asphalt guys. I totally agree with that, because I feel like I have pretty good car control when I was on the asphalt, and I think that stems from the 2 or 3 years that I raced the dirt. Now, I think my asphalt racing helps me at Oakshade just because of the track conditions.
In the dry slick, you know how to handle it.
Yes, it's a dry. It's always, well, I shouldn't say always, but most of the times it's dry slick, and you got to drive with like you got an eggshell under your foot.
By the time the racing gets around to your class, you almost always have a black slick racetrack.
Yes,
and the pavement experience has to pay off.
Yeah, and I do. I really think it does. That and having a good car, that helps too. So, you can take a mediocre driver and put him in a good race car and make himself look pretty good. So,
Billy, you mentioned that your business helps a lot with that. Tell us a bit about that.
We've got a towing and road service, and I own a trucking company also. But a lot of my guys in the shop, sometimes they'll be not doing so much, and it's like you got to. You can lean and clean, or, hey, you can help me buff these tires out and go pressure wash them, or they'll help clean the car on set Monday. And, they've washed and waxed it plenty of times. They keep it good and clean.
Sure.
I do my share of work on it over here, but they do a lot of work for us there too.
And where are you based out of?
West Unity.
Okay. Not too far from the track then.
No.
So what, Chad, what's the craziest thing that you've had happen to you in a race car, either it be on asphalt or dirt?
My wife's looking over here smiling at me. Probably last year at Angola, I would have to say. A friend of mine, Todd Gearhart, which I raced with him for 15 years probably. He gave me a car to drive. And last year I took his modified, which him and I worked. In the meantime of working on this car of Billy's, I was over to Todd's working on this modified too. We completely redid this whole thing over the winter, and took it up to Angola because he wanted me to run it a few races at Angola, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. So we went up there in the very first night out with it. I got clipped in the right rear, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to Angola, but off of the backstretch,
Long time ago,
big drop off. I went off of there, hit a concrete. They had the big concrete blocks. I hit one of those. I hit one of the big payloader tires that's down there. Flipped it 3 times. Totally jumped the car.
Jeez,
that is the worst wreck I've ever been into. That and we were just sitting there cruising along, minding our own business, and the guy got off of the backstretch and he shot back on and hit me in the right rear, and it was all over from there. So, and I thought that was going to be the end of my racing because my wife, we had just got married, month. Yeah, so it wasn't a good thing, but we build them safe, and that's what I told her. I said, that's, we build them safe to get, so if that does happen, I don't think she's really convinced yet, but
yeah.
Were you hurt from that, or
I got some bumps and bruises, but for the most part, no, everything was fine.
So they have concrete blocks along the backstretch at Angola now?
Well, now she's done one even worse. Now she's taken them off. They were down over the bank. Well, now she's brought them all right up to the edge of the racetrack.
Wow.
Well, we went back 2 weeks later to race because he had another modified, a new one. Apparently he didn't like it because he wanted me to drive it again. I said, well, do you not like this thing? And that night we got there and it's like, well, that's not going to pan out very well. And sure enough, one of the modifieds got into it and totally destroyed the car. And so like, there's no escape route. If you get off of there, you're in big trouble.
I ran a run what you brung race back there early 90s, and there was just gravel off the back stretch then. I keyed up the mic, and since it was a run what you brung race, we put radios in, and I just put the right rear over into the gravel and keyed up the mic and yelled, "Yeehaw!" The Parr brothers were a really big deal then.
Yeah.
And I wound up winning it, and it was one of the most fun races I'd ever run.
Yeah, Yeah, though Greg and Jeff Parr, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, the guy that I raced with, Todd Gearhart, his grandma and grandpa built that racetrack. So,
Oh, okay.
Mussers. So yeah. I got a lot of laps around that place.
Fun place.
Yes, yeah, it is. It was.
So out of all the tracks that you've raced at, do you have a favorite?
Winchester and Toledo.
Okay, some fast high bank tracks.
Yeah, the Winchester's probably my favorite.
No Salem?
I've only raced at Salem twice, and I did okay there the first time, but man, it's just gotten so rough that
Right.
Which I know they've been working on it, here and there, patching things up and getting it better. But yeah, and Winchester's really not that far away for us, a couple hours, and we're there. So, but Salem I ran that when we ran the touring series we ran there, but I hadn't been back since, and that was in 2001.
So I was going to ask this question, and I thought I already knew the answer, but now that you're saying that Winchester is your favorite track, I'm not sure what your answer is going to be, but what do you prefer? I know you said earlier that you got bored on the asphalt, but do you prefer dirt or asphalt racing?
Well, the dirt to me is so much more fun.
Okay.
I mean, and a couple of reasons for me is you got more options. Most of the asphalt tracks around anymore are getting so bad. Your second groove, you're a follow the leader, and it just that's not racing to me. That's when you got to punt a guy out of the way to gain a spot. I'm not one of them guys.
Scott, one thing I can tell you about the difference is that on pavement, if you miss the setup, you're in for a really long night. On dirt, a driver can make a significant difference, and I'm sure that you'll back me up on that.
Yes, yeah, that's why I say you have a lot more options, and to me, I think as far as just like Ron said, if it's not perfect, there's things you can do to make it better.
You can find a spot where it is.
Yeah, the asphalt car, if you miss it, then he's right. Very long night and no fun at all.
All right. Don Henry wants to see a picture of your car, so I was going to bring that up here. If that's
so,
okay.
if you disappear from the screen, don't worry.
You'll get smaller here in just a second. But here's actually a picture from the Oakshade website after you got the win there. Hopefully, you can see that. That should be on the screen there. There you go. So that's the number 11.
And it is a sharp-looking car, Scott.
And it's fast. So there you go. All right, let me get rid of that. Bam. There you go, Don. There's look at that feature-winning car. So what were your goals for this season? Before the season started?
Well, I think we surpassed that already.
Okay.
To at least be competitive and get some wins, and we've done that. I mean, I'm not satisfied with just one, but I'm just tickled to death that I feel like I can still do it. I like I said, I had my doubts, but
I didn't. I knew he could do it.
One of our listeners wants to know what you think of Mansfield, and is there any chance that you had raced there in the past?
I raced at Mansfield back in. They had one of the biggest modified races there. It was a 15,000 to win show, and there was
pavement.
Yeah, when it was pavement.
Okay.
Yep, and we actually got second in that, and there was like 72 modifieds in that.
Wow.
And it was huge. I never got to race there when it was dirt, and I've been watching all the Facebook videos and stuff on Matt down there and the working and whatnot, and I'd be neat if we could run there. I think that'd be fun.
Shameless plug. Matt will be our guest next week on the show, talking about.
You stole my thunder.
Mansfield,
That's where I was headed.
Sorry,
with
Ron.
Sorry about that. So what are your plans then for the rest of this season? Are you running any other tracks, or are you just hitting Oakshade?
Yeah, we've been talking about it. Going to Wayne County. and then we will more than likely go to Montpelier.
Have you raced Montpelier before?
Yeah, we did twice last year.
3 times.
3 times last year.
That's a fun little track. I like that track.
It is. Yep.
Okay.
But
And the goal, I'm assuming then at either of those tracks is just be competitive and win.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, just something simple.
We might go to bump up a class and go to the Kokomo Clash under the Indiana Sportsman rules too.
Yeah, if they have them.
Gotcha. I think some of the super stocks from Oakshade have done that before. Run with the Sportsman there for that, but now you've been racing for quite a while. Has there been any thoughts of saying I'm done with this, or you're having too much fun and there's no end in sight?
He's hung up the towel a couple times.
4 years ago, would have been in 21. I lost my dad to COVID, and he was probably like my number one supporter. I mean, I seriously give it a lot of thought then. And actually, we didn't race a whole lot that year, not just due to the COVID, but just because. And like, really, I didn't even have no desire to even go out and do anything. But yes, there's been 3-4 times that I've been like, man, why do I do this? You know, and but then I'd go nuts if I
hang in there, guys.
Hang in there. Let me find there.
We're real close to fixing that.
Yeah, this is our streaming provider has this issue where it bumps everybody out.
It just freezes up.
Yeah. We're going to be switching in a couple weeks and fixing that. So we apologize that, anyways, as you were saying about giving some thought.
Yeah, I have, and I just don't know what else I would do.
Okay. Well, what Ron always says, what is it you always say when you're going to hang it up?
Oh, you don't get old you don't quit racing when you get old. You get old when you quit racing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, my buddy, Scott Moyer, he's 70.
He probably don't like old age.
Yeah. Hell, I think he's 70 and he's still doing it. So, you know, and I he's been a great help to us too. We give a shout out to him for all the help he's done. And he just lives around the corner from me. So he stops by all the time to see what we're doing, and he throws us out some crazy ideas on stuff to try and try this, try that. But
do you get any satisfaction from beating some of the younger guys in the class?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mason Luttrell said he thought he had that one.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. He did, and yeah, he come down after the race was over, and we was laughing about things and how they turned out. But he seems like a pretty good kid. That's really the first time I actually talked to him, in any length. And
it's a great family. It really is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He does. He seems like a really good kid. So he was fun to race with. I know that.
So plans on have you looked ahead to next year at all?
Not really. I don't know.
One race at a time.
Yeah.
Billy going to buy you a late model?
I think that's his plan. He was looking at a new Longhorn or one of those new AK cars.
He seems to be laughing an awful lot. Why is that?
No, I don't know. We've talked about doing some work to this car again and making it legal for Eldora, because with the 1 3/4 cage rule, we're out to lunch on that. But that was one of the things we talked about, and I actually that's about the only thing we've talked about as far as next year. So,
okay. Now,
kind of see how this year, how things go at the end of the year, and
we've been working a lot with Donovan Paskin too, because he's got the sister to our car. His car's set up the same, so he's still learning his, and we're trying to still better ours. So we talk a lot about things. And
yeah, I was wanting to go to Eldora with him, see if I couldn't help him out a little bit down there, but I believe they're racing this Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's out because I'm going to.
And you think you're racing this Saturday?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna. Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Any
That's what Sherman keeps telling me. He goes, "You need to race more. You need to race more." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know, but I got other stuff that I enjoy doing too." And we try to do the every other weekend thing, and so that way I can still do stuff around home and go camping and whatnot, because we got a camping spot over by Howe, Indiana, that we like to go over there. So, and my wife enjoys it, and so.
Well, Dwayne Hancock says he heard you were going ARCA racing.
You can't believe a thing that Dwayne said. You know that.
Sometimes he's truthful when it has to do with AFCS stuff.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of Hammer Down, so we can throw some jabs at him.
Yeah, I know Dwayne quite well. He sponsors us too. He's in our Napa store there. But yeah, he's helped me out for probably the last 10 years or so. Dwayne has. Of course, I get to deal with him every day because our shop there where I work at, we get a lot of stuff from him. So I get the pleasures of dealing with him a lot.
So how many championships have you had in your career, dude?
I've had 2 at Angola.
In modified?
Yeah, in the modifieds. Yep, both of them. Yep. Got
any on dirt yet?
Nothing on dirt.
Okay.
Actually, the race there a couple weeks ago, that was my first ever win on dirt, like ever.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh,
I find that hard to believe, but
so maybe Rookie of the Year candidate, Scott.
I think the rookie ship has sailed.
I don't know. How many races did you run last year?
4.
Yeah, 4.
I think it's 5. I don't know for sure, but I thought it's 5 to be
to disqualify you from
yeah.
Rookie
So
of the
you
Year.
Could be Rookie of the Year.
That's all right. I'll leave that for a rookie.
We'll bounce that one off of Pam.
Yeah, we'll check that. But yeah, I think I'll leave that one for the rookies.
And it doesn't sound like point racing is really something you're interested in doing.
No.
Billy says no.
Takes all the fun out of it.
I hear Billy's head nodding.
Yeah. No,
we had an agreement when we started
Yes.
this. We were doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And to go out and have a good time like old times.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's happening.
Yes. Yeah. We're trying to.
So before we let you guys go, you mentioned Napa, Dwayne there, and Brian.
Yeah.
Who are some of who are all your sponsors on that number 11?
Hillman, we got Hillman Chiropractic, Turnkey Industrial Services, Brad Eitner Racing Service, Andrew Ledyard Construction, Fry Brothers, and the guy who does all of our engine dyno work, AJ Door. They do all of our chassis dyno work. It's a good thing to tune them. You can get every ounce of horsepower out of them. We got a small motor, so we got to do everything we can to keep it quick, And Sherman, Enterprise, Napa, Cadets Car Wash.
He's forgetting his own business. It's A to Z.
Yeah, my own business, A to Z, 24 hours. Yep. Let's see. We got Mill District Deli.
Yep.
D&M
Tire and Service Center.
Phil and Dan.
Oh yeah, Advantage. It's Advantage Machining. Phil and Dan Blycamp.
Dan raced there for years.
Oh yeah, I remember Dan.
I think
that's about it.
I think that's all of them.
Okay.
Turnkey, and then we got River Cities helps us a lot. River City Speed Shop helps us out a lot. I deal with them every day on my business side, and they've actually, I wouldn't say every day, but pretty close. I mean, he supplies all my batteries. Them guys are good to me. They are very good to us.
And Billy handles most of the sponsors, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right in his wheelhouse. He likes to talk to people, and which sometimes I got to reel him in on that because he gets to talking to too many different people and telling too much stuff. So I gotta reel him back in.
Gotcha. Well, our guest. Well, actually, before we get to that, how good are you at eating hot dogs?
No, not. I can eat a hot dog, but the problem is where I'm going to lose that deal.
Is
Getting
getting
in and out of that car. I already lost.
I was gonna say, well, Mason Luttrell, he's actually one of the guys that's already signed up for it. So
Well, if Mason wins it, I'll throw an extra 50 on it.
Does it have to be Mason that wins though?
Well, whoever else is in it.
Chad, you could put a Moose Myers door on it.
Yes, sir. That was.
Let's do some throwback.
Yeah, that's going back a ways.
Yes, sir.
Moose.
All right, for us younger people who are unfamiliar with that,
Moose always had some spectacular race cars, but as his name indicates, he was not a little guy, and he either had a door that was a cut down or one that folded down so that he could get in and out quicker.
Yeah,
a beautiful red number, kind of a maroon with gold numbers, number 0.
0. Yep.
Was it part of the O's in Moose?
I don't know if I ever saw that.
It usually had the gold flake.
Yeah.
That gold flake 0.
Yep.
Scott Stovall.
And Scott Stovall drove that car as well. Well,
I remember that name.
Yep. The old Clark and Mitchell car.
Well, I'm kind of conflicted about our guests usually going on to win their next race because
you want that to be you.
Yeah, because I don't think I've actually competed against head to head this time, but it could be 2 in a row for you. Again, our guests usually go on to win their next race.
I would not be disappointed.
Okay,
I will tell you that.
Like I said, I'm a little conflicted, but
I get it. That puts you in a bad spot there, but yeah,
that's okay. At least I'm not running against you in points. So if I can finish second to you, I'd be all right with that.
Yeah,
I'll be there watching.
Points.
What's that?
I'll be there watching this week, guys. So
good.
We'll see how it goes.
Good. Hopefully we can put out a good show for you. And
I'm sure.
We're just for fun. We're not there for points.
Gotcha. Well, and winning is fun, and running up at the front is fun. I can attest to that too.
Yeah.
Our real goal this year was we wanted to have a top 5 car. We knew the first night out, it was better than top 5. We had an ignition failure.
I was going to say, I thought you guys had some kind of issue that kept you from starting that first night out.
Yep. The dreaded control module.
Oh.
There is, which we don't need to get into this, but boy, they got some rules over there just makes absolutely no sense. That being one of them.
Okay.
But I'm all right with it.
We'll discuss some of those things in private.
Yeah. That's why I say we don't need to touch on that, but
Good enough. Well, guys, we appreciate you joining us on the show.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Billy Sturgill, again, car owner. I'm assuming he works on the car a lot too. And,
he does.
Okay. And then, of course, Chad Poorman, the wheelman there.
Car owner that gets his hands dirty.
Yeah,
what a deal.
How much work do you do on the car, Chad?
Quite a bit.
90%.
Okay.
That's why it's out here in my garage, so I go out there quite often. I get bored in the house. I'm one of them. I can't sit still.
Go stare at the race car.
Yeah. Go out and see what I can mess up.
Well, it sounds like you guys make a pretty dynamic duo.
Well, it's worked out pretty well.
It's adventurous, to say the
least.
Yeah,
we have fun.
It's kind of like Ren and Stimpy on race cars.
Yeah.
Because, he'll throw something at me just sporadically. Wake up down there.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like I'm dating myself now.
Right.
Ren and Stimpy. All right, guys.
We appreciate you spending some time with us tonight.
Well,
thanks a lot.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Good luck this weekend and the
too.
rest of the season. I hope to see you also at the Showdown Series events against those Fremont dirt trucks that
Yeah, the Fremont dirt trucks.
which he
Ron,
drives
don't you
now.
have a truck?
There you go.
As a matter of fact, I do. And so does my son, Steve. So, yeah, it's a family deal.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, so
we'll see.
there you go. You'll be racing against him at Oakshade and at Fremont at the end of the season.
And both of those shows pay pretty well, so plan
Right.
around them.
Yeah. It's amazing, though, how fast them trucks really are.
Yeah, just old leaf spring trucks.
Yeah.
Is that all they are?
Yep,
That's
no
it.
technology at all, Scott.
Uh-huh.
Don't
Right.
worry.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys take care, man.
You too.
Thanks.
Thanks.
See ya.
Thanks,
ya.
guys.
There you go. Billy Sturgill, Chad Poorman. You can catch them this weekend at
Fun interview,
Oakshade.
Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. I did like it before when you mentioned that we should get them on the show. I was like, I really don't know anything about this guy. And I did some reading. I was like, man, he goes back.
He's done a lot.
Yeah, asphalt, dirt. Both of those guys have a pretty storied history, I guess, here, and local guys too in Northwest Ohio. So, very cool. Don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, put hashtag coffee.
And we didn't know that they knew our buddy Dwayne Hancock.
Oh, but they're out that way. Hashtag coffee, like it's spelled on the screen there. That'll get you in the drawing for that Speedy Sponsor sticker. One of these guys coming up here at the end of the show fairly soon. We do have a Hammer Down hotline to do, and we also still have to do our drawing here for who's going to be the first seed in our Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for the Sportsmen.
How about our bleacher creature tonight?
He's been quiet on that. I got a teaser about what it's going to be, but I think he's gotten rained out. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, okay.
Need race parts at the track? Dittman Motorsports has you covered with on-site service at Fremont Speedway and Oakshade Raceway. They bring the shop to you. Pick up the latest late model right rear number 2 Hoosiers or stock up on tires for super stocks, modifieds, and sportsman classes. From high-performance parts to expert support, they've got everything to keep your car dialed in and competitive. Call 419-283-8580 or visit DittmanMotorsports.com to get what you need before race day. Dittman Motorsports, your trackside advantage. And
yeah,
we were talking a little earlier. John Young got his motor put in over there. He didn't get the motor from Dittman Motorsports, but he had Dittman put that in for him. So
unpaid sponsorship. I think he got his engine from Dave Dickens at DAS Engines.
There you go. It sounds like he's got quite a nice one, too.
Would be a pretty good one.
From race day snapshots to custom gift items, Freeze Frame Photos delivers stunning action shots. Celebrate your victory lane moments and turn them into one-of-a-kind gifts. They've got everything: koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, slate prints, magnets, buttons, and more, all customizable with your own photos and graphics. Call Charlie now at 419-407-6994 or visit freezeframephotos.redframe.com to see all the photos he takes on race day. Actually, not just him, his whole team, whole family there. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time. They got those calendars, which I've been told you can order the 2026 calendars now, anytime.
Ooh.
So maybe you're looking for a nice gift for your sponsors.
Nice Halloween gift.
And you can, Halloween gift, there you go. Give them out to the kids. You get to pick your 13, I think it is, photos. So basically it's a custom calendar. It's pretty cool. I gave one to my boss at work because of Tire Hardware sponsorship on my car.
And he thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. He's a little busy, but yeah, for the most part. Let's do a little bit of racing news. A lot of stuff going on this past week.
Some of it not so great,
Some of it not the best, yeah. And we'll talk all about it here.
Latest racing news.
Starting off with one of those not so great moments, Stuart Friesen. Did you see that accident?
I did.
Pretty crazy accident there up in
It happened
Canada.
at a track that I have raced up in Canada.
Was it configured the same way?
Yeah, it was. There was that open-ended wall, and that
he hit there. I couldn't really tell from the angle from the broadcast view, but I saw a fan view from watching in the stands across the track where you could see where he hit those tires right at the end of the blunt end of the wall down the backstretch. It seems like I don't know, not a well-designed thing.
If there was anything good that happened with that, it was that the fuel cell separated from the car.
Yeah.
because it took a long time to get him out of the car. And if that fuel cell had been blazing, the outcome probably would have been different.
So, yes. Anyways, as the story goes, he was injured. Stuart Friesen was injured in a vicious crash Monday at Autodrome Drummond in Quebec.
Drummondville.
Whatever.
Drummondville. Yep.
He was running a big block modified. His car struck a wall along the backstretch, and after flipping violently several times, he ended up back on the racing surface and was struck by another car. Stewart was extracted from the car. That's what I wanted to say, but I wrote extracted, so that's why I was confused there. Anyways, he was extracted from the car and taken to a local medical facility. He suffered multiple injuries, including a fractured leg, and his pelvis was broken in 2 or more places. He was transferred, or he was to be transferred. Actually, he was.
He was transferred.
Transferred to a hospital in New York, where he's scheduled to undergo multiple surgeries. And as of last report, he was in serious but stable condition in the trauma center, I do believe.
Right.
But
he was transferred back to the United States.
Correct.
So
back to New York.
Right.
So he's got a long road to recovery, but I guess, like you said, the outcome could have been much worse, too.
Oh, I can't imagine.
So, and his wife, Jessica Friesen, I believe, has been keeping people updated on social media there.
She was a racer herself. She ran big block modifieds primarily at Fonda Speedway in upstate New York.
I remember a couple years ago, they were both in the Truck Series race at Bristol on the dirt when they put the dirt down.
And that was before she was Jessica Friesen.
Was it?
I think, yeah.
Okay. NASCAR suspended Austin Hill. You said you didn't watch the Xfinity race?
I did not.
Okay, so you missed this. He claims it was an accident, but
of course.
NASCAR suspended Austin Hill for 1 race after what appeared to be retaliatory action when he hooked Eric Almirola in the right rear just after getting a bump from behind from Eric. That move sent Eric hard headfirst into the wall during Saturday's Xfinity race at Indy. Austin Dillon will be running the number 21 RCR Chevrolet this weekend at Iowa in place of Austin Hill.
A lot of fines lately from NASCAR and just a bunch of silly stuff going on.
Yeah. A couple of B-Mod drivers. I don't know if you saw this. This is a little out there story, but I found it interesting.
I don't think I did.
A couple B-Mod drivers at Farmington Empire Speedway in Missouri. Are you familiar with that at all?
I'm not.
Okay. They basically... the couple of drivers fought it out on the front stretch this past weekend. The track was aware that Tyler Worley and Colin Palmer wanted to fight, and instead of it happening in the pits, the track told the drivers to meet on the front stretch. And here's what happened.
Seriously.
Here we go. This is what happened. Check it. It's like a hockey fight on a front stretch. Watch this takedown, too. This is impressive. That's a body slam there. And the crowd goes wild. This is what I paid $10. And what's cool is that after they both get up, they're both putting their arms up in the air, riling the crowd up. So I kind of have mixed feelings about that, too. It's very much like hockey.
Was I believe the first to tell the guys, if you're going to fight on the front stretch, and I think he was going to pay the guys.
It was like if you fight in the pits, it's a $500 fine. If you fight on the front stretch, you get $500 or something like that.
That's it. Yeah.
So after the incident, the track issued the following statement: "We sincerely apologize to everyone who attended the track event last night. Our intention was never to condone violence, and we deeply regret that the experience may have given the impression otherwise. In the recent past, we have seen incidents of fights and heated arguments at events, which at times have resulted in injuries, something we especially want to avoid for innocent bystanders. In many situations, two individuals both want to confront each other. In an effort to manage such situations more effectively, we requested that any disputes remain on the track. This approach has been used at some televised racing venues in the past, where it helped mitigate escalation in high-tension situations. We were under the impression that this approach was the best way to handle said situations. Nonetheless, we recognize that asking participants to confine disagreements to the track was not the ideal situation. We are revisiting our rules and procedures to establish a safer and more effective way to handle confrontations between competitors.
And the track is really hoping that grandstand attendance is up this week.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, is racing going Jerry Springer way, or is that a good thing? I mean, or is it like hockey and fights are? It was a controlled fight. They had the officials around there, and as soon as they went to the ground, the officials stepped in and separated them.
Yeah. And did either guy get hurt badly? Probably not.
The one guy that in the blue, he was down on the ground for a little bit, but then he got up and he looked like he was fine. Yeah. So I guess it was all right. But
I win.
So you're all for this then? You're okay with that? No answer.
I'm going to reserve comment on that one.
All right, fine. Former guest Jade Avedissian, who is 18, will make her ARCA Menard Series debut piloting the Venturini Motorsports number 25 Yahoo Toyota Camry on August 31st, exactly 1 month from today.
Ooh.
That's going to be at the historic 1 Mile Dirt Oval at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds. The Clovis, California native will also take command of her Mobil 1 sponsored Toyota Camry in the ARCA West Series at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on October 10th. So a couple ARCA events for her. She's done a lot of different...
Having turned 18, I think
she's already got a lot of experience.
She can race on any of the ARCA races, any ARCA tracks.
Well, I mean, and she's got the experience even at just 18 to back that up. And then finally here, Justin Sanders will replace Aaron Reitzel at the upcoming Knoxville 360 Nationals and the Knoxville Nationals. It was announced this past week that Reitzel successfully underwent surgery on his fractured right foot he sustained during a crash at Eldora Speedway on July 18th. He is expected to make a full recovery with no timetable for his return. Again, a lot of injuries up there at Eldora a couple weeks ago. And that is your racing news for this week. If you're looking for parts that can handle the heat of the competition, Dominator Race Products has your back with rugged high-performance gear built for racers by racers. Their nose pieces, valances, fenders, and spoilers are made to last, and their Asphalt Super Late Model nose kits help keep the front end planted for better cornering and more control. Check out all of their products at DominatorRaceProducts.com. Give yourself the tools to stay ahead of the pack. Dominator Race Products, built for speed, engineered to win. Ooh, yeah. And let's, before we do our How Many and our Hammer Down Hotline here, let's do our drawing for the number one seed of our hot dog race coming up on Saturday for the sportsman class, the DCR Graphics Sportsman. Again, Steve Kester, he was already picked as the number one for the late models. And then we got Drew Smith filling in. He'll be the number two there. Still looking for alternates just in case.
If you would like to be an alternate, there's a chance that one of those guys might suffer some sort of incident that keeps them from competing. So we'd like to have a backup.
Yeah, and same with our sportsmen, as we have two competitors that have signed up here. If there's any other DCR Graphics sportsman drivers that would like to have a chance.
That is going to be a good race.
You think so? Roman Brown, Jesse Jones?
I believe it.
There's the two.
It's going to be a good race. And
Jesse's going to, he asked me if it was okay if he's in a different car. He's not going to be in his primary sportsman. I said, as long as it's a sportsman, you're good.
Right.
So I believe it's Brian Retcher's car he's going to be borrowing. So for the choice of inside or outside starting lane, that's what we're spinning for here. Will it be Jesse Jones or Roman Brown? We'll find out here in about 5 seconds. Probably less than that.
I think it's going to be Roman Brown.
I think Roman Brown's going to be the number one seed.
Roman can check inside or outside.
He will get lane choice there, so Roman is again, the number 1 seed. So I'm going to write this down just in case I forget. Jesse will be number 2. So he will get whatever is last.
A couple of really good competitors there.
Yeah, and of course, Jesse leading the points. So there we go. Get rid of that. So there you go. That's 2 for the price of 1 this weekend. Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Races. Again, the overall time getting that belt courtesy of Big D's Barbecue and Charlie K's Barbecue. So
the big belt.
You get to hold it up above your head. Yeah. So Hammer Down Hotline. We keep trying to kill it off. It keeps coming back, and we did get a couple texts. Pictures seem to be popular now.
Really?
We're getting pictures texted to us. If you would like to get a hold of us, leave a message, whatever, right there's the number, 419-318-3081. Call or text anytime, day or night.
Or send a picture,
Or send pictures, yeah. Here's a couple pictures.
Ooh.
This is and we always like pictures of race cars. That's always a good thing to send us. That is the Bob Fry sprint car on display at the Doghouse in Avon Lake. And Bob Stazak sent this to us. So
that's beautiful, Bob.
It's a pretty cool car.
Thank you.
And then I believe the other picture we have he sent to us is of Bob. Bob Fry and Must See Racing president Jim Hanks.
Oh, all right.
So, hi, guys. There you go. So that's your Hammer Down.
Hello.
Hotline. Thanks for the pics, Bob. Again, feel free to call, text anytime, day or night, 419-318-3081. Now it is time for, make that go away. Time to play How Many and a chance to win that DCR Graphics t-shirt. And it will be custom ordered for you to whatever size you want. And if you would like to see what that looks like, I have that. That's going to be one of these right here.
So it's printed front and back.
Front and back, yes. But
no cheapie there.
No cheapie there. But that'll be for the How Many for this week. Last week's How Many, let's take care of that first. That was going to be how many Thunderstocks, plus how many UMP mods, plus the number of seconds for the hot dog race winner Saturday at Oakshade. One of those things did not happen, and probably had the biggest number part of it.
Yeah.
That would have been the hot dog race at Oakshade, since Saturday's action got washed out. So it ended up being the number of Thunderstocks plus modifieds, which would be 16 and plus 22. And if my math is right, that would be 38.
Right.
And you said 42.
I did.
And I said 43 because I was being more optimistic, and optimism cost me there. So congratulations to you.
I win again.
You win again.
Yay, me.
And our listener winner, who picked 46, I think he was the lowest. Everybody was in the 200s, 300s, 100s.
Really?
Yeah, because we all thought that we were doing the hot dog race with the seconds there. But that would be 46, and Brian Nelson.
Ooh.
Picked that. So congratulations, Brian Nelson. You got a pair of Oakshade Raceway passes, grandstand passes, as well as a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker.
Congratulations, Brian. And you can pick that up at Ron Miller Race Cars.
There you go.
7135 Whiteford Center Road, Lambertville, Michigan.
During business hours. Yeah. Unless you make other arrangements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I make special concessions to race car drivers.
You do. Yeah, this is true.
Weird hours.
This week's How Many? And this is for that DCR Graphics t-shirt I just showed you. This is... I couldn't come up with anything, and Dale came up with this question.
Okay.
So I went, all right, let's go with it. How many cars with DCR graphics will race this weekend?
Everywhere?
Everywhere. He's got cars, asphalt cars, dirt cars. And I did, because I was like, I have no idea, no clue. How many is the total? If every DCR graphics car raced this weekend, how many is that? And I believe he said the number is 87. But it's highly unlikely that there's going to be all of them racing this weekend. How many of those? I don't know. So your guess should be anywhere between 0 and 87.
Boy, is the weather going to be a factor this week?
And he's got them racing all over, too. Yeah. So it's not just in our local area.
So he's going to give us the official count?
He is going, yes. That is a part of what I tasked him with there.
Since it's his T-shirt that we're giving away?
Yes. How many DCR graphics... How many cars with DCR graphics will race this weekend? which it's worded that way purposefully because it's not just DCR Graphics sponsored cars. It's cars that he's done graphics for.
Right.
So if you'd like a chance to win that T-shirt, and again, the winner will get to choose the size.
And he claims there's how many cars that he's done?
Total of 87.
That could race this week.
Yes. If 100% of his cars race this weekend,
the number would be 87.
That's correct. And he's also said that number has not ever happened where all of his cars have raced. So put your guess in the comments of the Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We'll give you, I guess there's no cutoff for this. We could go till Sunday night.
Yeah.
Because
you'd have no way of knowing.
Well, unless you're real close with Dale, I guess. Yeah. We'll say Sunday at 5. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, you're catching us there. You can always hit up the video broadcast on our YouTube page and put your guess in the comments there. As long as you get it in before 5 o'clock.
Scott, 42 has been really good. It's been really good to me, so I'm going with 42.
I'm going to be pessimistic this week and see if that works out for me and go with 41 then.
There you go, thinking again.
Yep. And let's just see what our listeners are. It looks like we've ranging from 23 up to 52 so far. And a few and up 58. To 58.
and that's part of the Hovis family, so
all right.
I could be on the low side with my 42.
So again, you have until 5 o'clock Sunday to get your guess in, and
thank you, Gretchen.
We'll determine the winner next week. Let's check out what our race menu for our DCR Graphics race menu for this week.
This weekend's racing menu.
So Friday, there is actually an extra track running this weekend, which is pretty cool. Millstream Speedway is going to be in action with the Rainout Redemption, featuring the Fast 410 Sprints, Boss 410 Sprints, and the AFCS 305 Sprints. That's a non-points race for the AFCS 305 Sprints there. And the Great Lakes Lightning Sprints will be in action as well. So 4 classes, going to be Friday night event. Gates open at 4, racing at 7 there at Millstream. General admission just $10. Ooh. And the first 200 through the gate are only $5. And I think I saw there's only $1 hot dogs that night too.
Wow.
So a lot going on Friday night at Millstream. Toledo Speedway also back in action. It's going to be school bus figure 8 night on Friday. With the school bus figure 8, the boat figure 8, late model sportsman, and factory stocks. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission will be $20 there at Toledo Speedway on Friday. And then finally, Limaland. Limaland Motorsports Park. It's the awards celebration / invitational races / King of the Quarter Mile, featuring the UMP Modifieds, Thunder Stocks, and the Dirt Track Truck Series.
Right.
Gates open at 5 at Limaland, racing at 7:30. General admission $15 there. That's your Friday night choices. On the menu on Saturday, we have Lorraine Raceway Park with the Trident Tune-Up Josh Neff Wiggins Memorial, featuring street stocks, factory stocks, crate sprints, and Crown Vics. Gates open at 2:30, racing at 6 p.m. on Saturday. General admission $15. Flat Rock, it's the rescheduled Moran Chevrolet Stan Yee 150. It's also Kids Night / Scout Night. Outlaw Super Late Models, Late Model Sportsman, Street Stocks, and Figure 8's all in action there at Flat Rock. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission $26 there. Fremont Speedway, it's Chamber of Commerce, City of Fremont, and Sandusky County Visitors Vintage Throwback Night.
Right.
Get all that? 410 Sprints, American Sprint Car Tour, non-wing sprints, and vintage cars. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission $20. Sandusky Speedway has canceled their racing for this weekend, which I always thought they took the following week after High Miler off anyway. So I don't think there's anything to read into that.
I think they're out of gas.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to read into that. But no racing this weekend at Sandusky. Oakshade, Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race number 1 and number 2. Number 1 for the late models, number 2 for the sportsman. Plus a full show of dirt car, late models, DCR Graphics, Sportsman, Dominator, Super Stocks, and Compacts. Gates will open at 4, racing at 7:15. General admission is $15. Wayne County Speedway, it's Kids Night on Saturday with the 410 Sprints, late models, UMP Modified, Street Stocks, and Mini Sprints. Gates open at 3, racing at 7:15, general admission $20. Butler Speedway, kids night there too, 410 sprints. Modifieds, street stocks, and 4-cylinders. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission is $15. Eldora Speedway back in action with family fireworks night number 2 with the Great Lakes Super Sprints, UMP Modified, Super Stocks, and fireworks. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7, and general admission is $10 there at Eldora. How's our weather looking for this weekend, Mr. Weekend Weather Pit Stop Guy?
Oh, Scott, don't put this on me. Mother Nature has not been a fan of racing in the Midwest the last few weeks. But this week's going to be different.
I hope so.
It really is.
If today's any indication,
as a matter of fact, if you're going to the races this weekend, bring a jacket with you because the nights are going to cool off a little bit. The humidity's down. It's going to be sunny weather all day, and it's going to cool down at night. Perfect weekend for racing.
I will agree with that. When's the last time you had to wear a sweatshirt?
I don't know, man.
Been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Other series action this weekend. The Napa Auto Parts All-Star Circuit of Champions will be at Hartford Speedway up in Michigan tomorrow night. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be competing in the 43rd Annual Sunoco North-South 100 at Florence Speedway in Kentucky. That starts tonight through Saturday. No, actually, that's next week. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. That starts next Thursday through Saturday, August 7th through the 9th. World of Outlaws, Real American Beer Late Model Series action. The USA Nationals at Cedar Lake Speedway in Wisconsin. That is tonight through Saturday, July 31st through August 2nd. World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series action. The Ironman 55 at I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway. That is tomorrow and Saturday, Friday and Saturday, August 1st and 2nd. And then the Knoxville Nationals will begin for the World of Outlaws on Wednesday of next week, and that goes Wednesday through Saturday, August 6th through the 9th. ARCA Menard Series back in action at Iowa Speedway. The Atlas 150, that's going to be Friday night at 7 p.m. on FS1. The Xfinity Series Hy-Vee Perks 250 at Iowa, that'll be Saturday at 4:30 on the CW. And broadcast alert switch for the Cup Series. Yeah. The TNT Amazon Prime period is over. Right. It's now switching over to the NBC family of networks. And the Iowa Corn 350 at Iowa Speedway on Sunday. That'll start at 3:30, and that'll be on USA Network.
Okay.
So for the rest of the season, USA and NBC will be flipping back and forth for all the Cup races.
Okay.
And that is...
But wait.
What?
One of our regular listeners just posted that Ohio Valley Dirt Late Model Series will be at Jackson County Speedway on Friday. It'll be back to school night.
Very cool. All right.
How about that?
That sounds great. Producer Dave, anytime you want to do that drawing for our Speedy sticker, again, tonight's Speedy sponsor driver of the week, Jonathan Coffey. So that's where that comes from. Check out more information on him and all the other drivers at speedysponsors.com. There's your sticker. That's what you're going to get whenever Dave puts it up on the screen. He's working out, which is good. But yeah, if you're a driver and you don't have your profile on speedysponsors.com yet, get on there. Do it. It's free. He's already spun it. It looks like Don Henry is our winner.
All right.
Congratulations, Don Henry. You got yourself a Speedy Sponsors sticker, which you can pick up within 30 days from Ron Miller Race Cars.
Yeah.
And, no Bleacher Creature feature this week, unfortunately. We haven't been to the track in a couple weeks, so I haven't been able to talk to the Bleacher Creature feature producer. So hopefully I'll see him on Saturday and find out about that.
If he's there, I'm sure you'll be there. And I know
and you'll be there.
I'll be there. So one of us will grab him and find out.
All right. And before we wrap things up, again, thanks to our sponsors for our Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Races, Hammer Down Racers Report, and Black March Defense Labs putting in $150 cash for the late models, and G&J Pizza putting up that extra large 2-topping pizza for the winner. And then our sportsman winner getting the $100 gift certificate from Ron Miller Race Cars, plus $100 cash from Black March Defense Labs, plus the G&J extra large 2-topping pizza. And, of course, a shot at the title belt for the championship overall for, again, the best time overall will be taken home. The Chris Mize Memorial. Yeah, this thing is heavy. Big D's. Here, take a look at that guy. Whoa, I'm dropping.
You're losing it, Scott.
We'll just take it out. We'll just take it out here. This thing is awesome. Check this. I mean, look at how shiny that is and reflecting. We got Oakshade's logo here. We got Charlie K's logo there. Wait, there somewhere. I'm not good at the camera thing. And then, of course, our good pal, Chris Mize on there, right on the big parts. So... Again, that'll go to the quickest time overall from the 4 races. That'll be probably awarded on after the compact event on August 30th. And we may have Chris Mize's widow there to present the belt. So that'll be kind of a cool ceremony.
Would be really cool to have her present it.
Absolutely. So we hope to see you out at your favorite track this weekend. So
yeah, make it a point to get out and watch some local racing. Support the local racetracks. They've had just a miserable summer with all the bad weather.
Don says he's going to come up next week to your shop to get a sticker.
Sounds good.
So, thanks to producer Dave for everything that he does, helping us out here, and contributors John Young, Matt Swanner, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on X at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever it may be. I don't even know what I use. I use some other, it's like an open source thing. Podomatic? No, AntennaPod. That's what I use. AntennaPod.
Really?
Yeah. Every time I upload a new episode, it tells me I got a new episode to listen to. So later on tonight when I upload this, it'll be on there.
AntennaPod.
AntennaPod, yeah. You can subscribe to your favorite podcasts.
Okay.
Just go with it. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. And again, still looking for some alternates for the late model and sportsman hot dog race at Oakshade. Get a hold of myself or Ron if you're a Dominator Superstock or compact driver. You still have time to. Yep, you still have time to get in the drawing to become one of the competitors there. hammerdownracingreport.com. Fill out the form there on the homepage, and then the Thursday before each of those races, we'll draw for the competitors.
We'll put you on the wheel, and
yep, we'll draw for 2 primary competitors and then 2 alternates.
Right.
I think we have enough actually for that at this point.
Ooh,
so
cool.
Yeah, there's actually going to be more names on there. I think that once we do this, people will see what it is and be a little more excited.
I want to be
it.
part of that.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks to our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dipman Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics, Freeze Frame Photos, and thanks to our guests this week, both Chad Poorman and Billy Sturgill. Great time talking to those guys. Next week, excited about this too, we'll get Matt Tift back on the show. Last time we had him on, it was right after that fracas that happened at Toledo Speedway.
Yeah.
Was that last fall? Was it the fall? I can't even.
A while ago.
A little while ago, yeah. So, but Matt Tift doing a whole lot there at Mansfield Speedway.
That is so cool.
He's done so much in such a short time, too. We'll talk to him. He's got, talked about bringing the Prelude to the Dream back. He's talked about, he's got a big Halloween event coming. So there's a lot to talk to him about.
Prelude to the Dream.
That would be cool.
If you forgot, that's the NASCAR trucks.
No. That was, going back to before that was late models.
Oh, okay.
NASCAR drivers and late. I went to the very first one back, I think it was in 2006.
That's right.
Where they just had, and it was hard to, you didn't know who was in what because it was just regular guys' cars from around our area driving their late models. So, and then I think the following year they actually had special wraps that kind of resembled their cup rides. And then eventually it switched to the truck series.
Right.
So
At Eldora.
All that going on at Eldora. So that'd be cool if he could bring back the original Prelude.
Oh boy.
We'll be talking to him. We'll ask him about that. If you got questions you want to know about Mansfield Speedway, make sure to tune in. Put your comments or put your questions in the comments or shoot us.
We will be watching the comments and certainly pass them along to
Or
Matt.
shoot us a message sometime between now and next Thursday. So that's it. We are going to get the hell out of here. I guess the Lions playing tonight.
Yay, Lions.
It's football season already.
Well, it's a preseason game. So.
Well, I know, but it's football season.
But only another month until the real season starts.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
See you next Thursday at 7 o'clock. That's a wrap on show number 389 of the Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.